because I'd be in Discord as well.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
But it does work for me.
Cool. So go ahead and introduce yourself, and then you could count it down, and we'll start the run.
Okay. Start now? Okay. Hi.
Yeah, go for it.
How's it going, everyone? My name is CCNeverender. Here I have with me is Quo with 4 O's.
Hello. Very important.
We're going to be playing some Pokemon Snap. Let's see, any order of business we need to get out of the way. I guess we'll plenty of time to talk. All right.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. I guess count me down.
All right, I got you, man. Go ahead and start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Alrighty, let's do it.
Woo! Alright, so this is Pokemon Snap, specifically Hundo Wundo, which I'll explain exactly what it is in a sec, but first we'll go over how exactly Snap can be speedrun, because it's not exactly a conventional run, being in on-rail shooter and such. So there are 3 main mechanics in Snap speedrunning. The first one is obviously going fast, which sort of ties into the second one, which is speed techs. We'll talk both a bit about those in a sec. The third one, which I'll talk about right now, is points. So basically points unlock items, and that, lets you go through the game. There's not much more to it than that. But to get good points, you also save time doing that because you don't need to get, extra points if you mess something up later in the game. So hopefully all points are doing good. The first level is Beach. There's not much going on, but we saw, what did we get? Pidgey,
Doduo, Pikachu, Butterfree, Lapras.
And the first Lapras. Some Pokemon like Lapras you need to take multiple pictures of, so we got the first Lapras, so the next one's going to spawn. Should be any second now that we're looking down. Yeah, I think I covered everything. As far as speed techs go, CC is playing on the N64, and the N64 is really laggy, so we're going to be looking either at the sky or at the ground a lot of the times, and we got a Lapras that's good.
Yeah.
Lapras is one of the Pokemon that can ruin your runs, because there's like 5 spawns that it can, spawn at, and then
yeah,
if it's
5 different timings, and there's like the very first and the very last ones are useless, but everyone in the middle is okay.
Yeah. So he got the third one, I think, something like that. It was good. There's a couple of other speed techs we'll talk later, but for now I'll talk what actually the category is. So it's called Hundo Wundo. Basically, when you take a picture of a Pokemon, you'll submit it to Oak, and Oak is going to create it with points. And one of the things he's looking for is
essentially if it's in the
Pokemon,
center of the screen and it's facing you or doing a good pose.
So he's going to rate it as a ×2 multiplier, and that's wonderful. So it's not compared to your conventional 100% runs, where sometimes you don't take good pictures, because that saves a bit of time. We actually want good pictures for everything. So in Beach, we're going to get everything except Kangaskhan, just because he was too far away, but we'll go back and collect him later.
Alright, we didn't go into Pokemon Report. Nice.
Oh man, that's a 5-second save right there. I didn't see your points.
I was at like 22,200.
Okay.
Take it safe. I think that's enough. I'm hoping it's enough.
It should be enough. Hopefully.
Yeah.
So we spoke about points briefly. The first item that we're going to get with points is apples at 24,000 points.
No!
Ooh.
60 points.
Ouch. Alright, that's okay.
Damn.
It's a 15-second time loss, not the end of the world. Anyways, we need apples for the end of the stage, which means that, we don't want to go through the entire thing and then get the apples, and then, go through the entire thing again. So we just take the first Pokemon that we get, hope we get enough points, and then... There we go, we got enough this time. And then we get apples. So another important mechanic of the game is called camera locking. It's basically, so here we're going to see that CC is going to look sort of to the right when he's hitting the Electabuzz, not Electrode, with apples. That he's going to shift completely to the right. And then if he looks to the left, for example, he's going to shift to the left. The important part is... Oh, wow. I thought you were unzoomed there. I was going to yell at you. The important part is basically, as long as you're facing forward, you're going max speed, and you want that. Now, the interesting part is when you zoom in your camera, your cart like locks into that position. So if you look forward and you lock in your camera, you can look left or right, and you're not going to lose any speed, or like shift to the left or the right of the track.
Hey, we got Zubat.
Woo!
That never happens.
Zubat's movement is really sporadic, so getting a wonderful Zubat is not the easiest thing in the world. But, you know, if you're good, like CC,
Yeah.
you get Zubats every time. So here's another example of camera locking. We're going to look a bit to the left. Thank you, Big Law. Shoutouts to Big Law. We're going to look a bit to the left to make sure that we're completely on the side, and that's going to get us, or let us get better points for our pictures. Because we do still need 2 more items at 72,500 points and 130,000 points. Diglett is a lot like Lapras in the sense that you need to get all 3 Diglets in order to spawn Dugtrio. And we actually get the second Dugtrio just for a few extra points, and it's a bit easier on the menuing after the course. And the last part of Tunnel coming up right here is we want to get Magnemite and Magneton, and we also want to explode the Electrode at the end. Doing all of those things separately, really easy. Doing them fast is really hard because you want to hit the Electrode while the Magnemites are fusing. If you do something wrong, you don't get Magneton, or if you accidentally fuse them too early, you don't get Magnemite, and it's just a bad day all around. Looks like we did pretty good though, so
Yep.
that's fine.
I almost didn't get the 2 back ones, but I recovered. I adapted.
Good. Pretty sure everything's good. Let's go over a bit of history now, shall we? So, Hundo Wundo is a missed category on speedrun.com because it's not, you know, a conventional any percent or 100% category. It was actually made by an older snap runner, GameFanDan, who had the 90% record, had the 100% record, was like uncontested in everything, and just like incredibly bored with the game. So he's like, what if I take 100% and just made it so you had to get ×2 on everything? And then he made this category. And fun little fact, he was actually rated by Caseytron once while running this category.
I actually didn't know that he was the creator of
He was.
Hundo Wundo. The more you know.
There you go.
You think I would know that? I made a Snap history showcase. I like looked up every single any percent record ever.
It is the little known history of Snap.
Yeah. GameFanDan was a little bit before my time, so I never saw him live.
He was a good guy.
Yeah.
Is Caseytron banned yet? I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
So one thing that's somewhat important in the routing of this game is that you need a certain number of Pokemon to unlock courses. For this course, it's 22 Pokemon. We have 24 by this point because it's all coming up to the ending, which we need 40 Pokemon to unlock, and the route's just easier like that. Here we're getting Charmander, Charmeleon, and I was gonna say Charizard, Magmar. Wow. Again, same thing as Magnemite and Magneton, not the hardest things to get, but getting them fast and good points on them is somewhat hard. Looks like there were
a little bit of difficulties, but we got it.
Yeah, basically. And there's actually 3 Moltres that we can get. One that gives us about 4,000 points, one that gives us about 2,500 points, and one that gives us about 500 points. Depending on how you're doing on points and how you feel the rest of the rest of Volcano went, you opt for whichever one. So CC got the second fastest one.
I mainly do that so I don't have to get him later in Volcano.
True. Okay, since this is Hundo Wundo, you also need to get the ×2 multiplier. Totally forgot about that. I've never actually ran this category, you see. So I don't think of things like that.
It's all good, man. Also, we do a little trick here. We found out from the Japanese players recently that... So in order to unlock an item, you have to go through the oak check. And sometimes you don't want to submit a picture, or you can't submit a picture, but you can submit a picture to the like personal album. And while that doesn't count for points, you still get to go through Oak Check, and you can unlock the item, which is useful for the Virtual Console because that Poliwag doesn't appear to Oak in the Virtual Console games, but in N64 it does. But I use the same thing in this so that I can take a good picture of Poliwag and I don't have to submit it twice, because that loses like 4 seconds to submit a picture a second time. Or something like that.
Yeah, so,
it's a time loss.
Yeah. Not 4 seconds, because you still need to like select the picture once. And you still
Fair
do
enough,
go through the check. But it does save time. Because your other options is, you know, getting the picture of Poliwag and then getting the second picture, which is slower, or just like waiting whatever, like 7 seconds to get a good picture of Poliwag the first time, which is just not worth it.
I'm gonna slow down a little bit here. I want to get good picture points on this. There we go.
So again, the Pokemons don't always... The Pokemon don't always need to be facing you if they're posing. So, you know, that Slowbro was facing to the side, that's totally fine. This Slowpoke's like spinning around, that's totally fine. As long as they're posing, basically, you'll get the ×2 multiplier if they're centered. As opposed to, you know, if you just have a Pokemon facing away from you and not doing anything, even if it's centered, you're not going to get the multiplier. Kangaskhan at the beginning, for example, we didn't get the multiplier for her because she wasn't doing anything.
It is possible to get 2 times on that Kangaskhan, but it's like super duper really hard to do. It's like almost not frame perfect, but it's almost like angle dependent and timing dependent. It's just,
Yeah, it's tough. So the best part of Pokemon Snap coming up, we need to get a Cloyster. Basically, there are 3... Oh, did we get it? Nice. So
Can I get some where's that Pokemon in the chat? It's one of my emotes. Well, not one. It's one of my FFZ emotes.
Good times. So Cloyster has 3 separate chances of spawning. It's going to be either Shelter or Cloyster. Shelter's 75% of the time, Cloyster's 25%. And so, you know, it's not the greatest of odds, but everything combined, it's like 57%. I think someone calculated once. So, we got lucky. Unfortunately, the same thing will happen later in the game, next time we go back to Volcano.
Yeah, for Arcanine and Growlithe, yeah. It's one of the reasons why I don't run 100% regular, because I feel like that's like a really like serious category, and Hundo Wundo is not a serious category, so I don't get as frustrated whenever I don't get an Arcanine on Hundo Wundo.
I hate 100%.
Yeah, it's really not a fun category to run seriously.
I have bad memories.
Yeah, it's just too much RNG heavy, and so late in the run. You'll be like 20 minutes into the run, all of a sudden, oh no, it's dead.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Anyways, enough of reminiscing of bad memories.
Get over here.
Uh-oh. Ditto, come back.
Normally I'd get a better one, but go ahead.
There's not really much that happens in Cave. We just get the pictures that we need to unlock the next course. There is a strat that we can do at the end, but I don't think you go for it in Hundo Wundo.
I do, just for swag, but...
Okay, fair enough. We'll see if we get swag points. How many points do you have? I have not been keeping track.
At this point, it doesn't really matter. I'll go into Valley with like 130 something.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
No. For 100% and Hundo Wundo, you really don't need to care about your points after Pester Balls, since you get all the Pokemon, especially Hundo Wundo, since you get the multiplier for everything. The next benchmark we do need to get is 130,000 points, which should be easy.
Oh, I hit Coughing. I hit Weeping Bell! Oh, Jesus!
Oh boy. So that
I don't know if it counts. I don't know if it's going to count.
That Weeping Bell is not going to be multiplied.
That's okay. I'll get it a second time in
submit it, though.
Signs.
Anyways, that was Weeping Bell Snipe. That trick is significantly harder than it looks. I'm glad you all witnessed it firsthand.
Woo! Okay, so our list currently is Kangaskhan, And Weeping Bell. Oh, and coughing. Okay, remind me coughing and Weeping Bell.
Weeping. Weeping Bell. There's no G in there. And thing. Sweet.
By the way, guys, if you like the marathon, consider donating like $1 or something. It's a good marathon. It's going for a good cause.
CC is going to get a picture of Pikachu riding Articuno.
I can attempt.
It's gonna happen. Making the executive call now? Maybe, we'll see. So if you've seen any percent of Pokemon Snap, Valley is basically just looking at the sky. 100%, you do need to get 12 of the 13 Pokemon. The only one we don't get is Magikarp, since we got him in Tunnel. And then Hundo Wundo is a bit more difficult because we need to get a centered picture of Goldeen, which is hard to get.
Staryu and Starmie.
Yeah, Staryu, Starmie, which are also both hard to get. And Dratini is not as hard to get, but still considerably difficult. Enough to note, anyways.
Nice.
Nice. So after this, we should have 52 Pokemon. I'll be checking this time actually, because I have not been keeping.
No, I always submit, or I check for 13 pictures when I submit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we should talk about science. So after Valley, if you do a good thing, which we'll get to later, you can submit Pokemon Science to Oak, and that's basically how you're going to progress through the next part of the game. We need to go back through every level and get Pokemon Signs, which works out pretty well because we also need to go back through every level to get some Pokemon that we didn't have the items, or just because we didn't go that far into the course rather. Alright. Did you get Dratini earlier or no?
Nope.
Okay.
If I don't ever get it, I wait for that one because it's a guaranteed spawn.
Yeah. So Goldeen does not have a guaranteed spawn. Dratini does. So it's pretty good that we got like 6 Goldeen earlier.
Yeah.
So there's this trick right here called Mankey Snipe. If you're lucky, you can snipe Mankey from across. Oh, nice, we got it.
Yeah.
From across the hill there, and it works well. Saves a couple of seconds.
All right, mashing time.
Alright, there are 12 text boxes here apparently. I've never actually counted them, but I'm told there are 12.
Is it actually 12?
One
It seems
thing-
like more.
I have no idea. Dan says it's 12, so.
1, 2, 3,
I'll let you focus.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There he is. 11, 12. We got 13. Dope. Let's hope that Starmie counts. Otherwise, it'll come back.
Yeah. Especially the later Pokemon in the courses, it's a bit rough to go all the way back through everything. We do get the dash engine after this, so we'll be speeding up quite a bit, which is amazing. I was gonna say so. Yeah, so a lot of the text boxes in this game, especially for the Oak text boxes, he's gonna give you an option to repeat text or continue going. So if you're mashing A and B, which you do if you want to go fast, there's a chance that you press A and then he repeats the text and it's slow. It's terrible. He does that for every item and like 3 other places in the game. So there's not much going on in Beach the second time, so we got Snorlax in the Pokemon sign. Scyther can be a bit hard to get, we'll see.
Yeah, he's a problem for me.
Yeah. There is a setup that's pretty reliable, but not 100%. It's not a fun time. Anyways, you
Okay.
basically need to aim a pester ball almost blind and hope you get a Scyther. There's a second Scyther if you do miss the first one, which is in the second set of grass right here. But that one's actually hard to hit, so. Alright, and we're getting Kangaskhan again because we did miss her earlier, or didn't get the multiplier. Alright, replacing the old pictures.
Sometimes I forget to mash on Pokeflute.
Yeah. At this point of the game, the only things that, or like, there's only like one text box between levels, except for the Pokeflute text box, so sometimes it's hard to forget. Here we need to do a bit of interesting movement to squeeze past Electrode, or else we're gonna get hit. And then we need to lure Pikachu to the egg and use the flute. We want to try to do it without stopping the dash engine, but that's pretty risky. CC did do it. Now the actual hard part is getting Zapdos centered. It is possible to keep going and get a ×2 multiplier. It's extremely difficult though, and
Yeah, I'm just gonna slow
not safe
down.
at all. Yeah, yeah, no, that's probably for the best. Extremely difficult, not really worth going this late in a run if you need the ×2 multiplier. Alright, so next we're through Volcano. Pokemon Sign Red at the beginning, same thing. And then, what do we need to get? We need to get...
Did that
Ooh, nice.
count
Pretty
as a picture? The
That
audio
was
was
a sign.
weird.
Okay, pretty sure that was a sign. I saw the text on the bottom.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I can't read Japanese though, so you might have gotten the Rapidash head.
Okay.
Hold the
No, I didn't
don't
get the Rapidash, but it didn't make the bling kind of noise. I
Okay.
just okay. But if it doesn't, it's really fast. So
Yeah. So we need to get Charizard. We spoke about Arcanine earlier. Same odds as before. There's a 3 in 4 chance that a Growlithe spawns, and a 1 in 4 chance that an Arcanine spawns. 3 different spawn points, and we need one of each, so
Oh
it's
my
like
goodness.
86% or something like that. Since there is the very, very low chance to get 3 Arcanines. No luck.
no, I'm gonna restart. Normally, I just finish the stage, and then I try again. Okay, there
Yeah.
we go.
This is one of the reasons why running this category seriously is hard, is because your run can die to nothing, you know?
Yeah, that would have been a run over right there. If I was on PB pace or whatever, that would have just killed the run.
Alright, try number 2. If I know statistics, then odds are we'll get it this time.
Hey, you do know statistics.
Woo! Pick up that, guys, I'm smart. Alright, next up is Cave. So we need to get Jinx and Articuno. We also need to re-get Weaving Falling Hopping since we did miss them earlier. But that shouldn't be a problem.
We have to do river before we do that.
That is true. I lied.
It's okay. I always forget that river comes next.
Yeah. It's a pretty insignificant level in science.
Yeah, because it's literally you just walk up here and get it.
Yeah.
Even in 100%, it's like the sign and the last Pokemon are right next to each other.
Yeah.
So it's like
not the hardest thing in the world.
It's one stop shop.
If we didn't get closer earlier, we would get them back here, but we did, so you know. Alright, now, cave. As I was mentioning.
Okay, so it's Weeping Bell and coughing, right? No need to get.
Yes.
Slow down and get this guy when he's nice and close. Like that.
Yeah, that should be good.
Weeping Bell, chill, slow down. Look at me. Okay.
That's unfortunate. Weeping Bell's not always the easiest. Alright, and that's all our Pokemon. Or, for now anyways. It's all the signs.
Oops. Oh, Articuno didn't count.
Did he not? Oh no. Alright, looks like we're not done yet.
Okay, hang on. Mew's gonna have to wait.
Now's a good time to get a Pikachu riding Articuno, just saying.
We reached $200 in donations?
Did we?
I don't
check
think
it
we did. I have the stream paused, I can't see what the total is.
Not quite. Oh no. Okay, never mind. We're good.
Yo, I hit him!
Did you?
I hit him! Get him!
Is it worth it?
Get it! Okay. Do I want to wait to do Articuno and all that? Now we're just gonna leave.
You are doing pretty good on time, so like.
I'm just gonna leave. I don't know. I don't want to hold the marathon up. We got the Bully and Pikachu though.
That's true.
That's hype.
Alright, good enough. Just because you guys didn't donate, sorry.
That's all you get. Okay. Okay, there we go.
Alright. Yeah, so once you get all 6 signs, you unlock Mew. Or unlock Mew. Unlock Rainbow Cloud, which is where Mew is. The Mew fight is a bit shitty, to say the least. Mew spawns are random, so we basically just like aim at a certain spot and throw apples and hope that Mew spawns when an apple is hitting it. If not, we can adjust or just wait till Mew does its cycle because
Yeah. You'll see a lot of new runners will just like chase Mew with an apple like this back and forth, and it does not end up very well. So I just aim for one spot and just wait for him to come to my apples. So, all right. Okay, I think the third one's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Hey, it's 2 times. Let's go. All right, and here comes the end.
Get ran out of time, by the way.
Boosh. Oh, boosh.
Got it.
All right. We have a minute. We can go in and we can go through the Pokemon report and actually see if we did wonderful and everything.
Oh, is that time?
Yeah, that was time with the red text. It should be like
Oh,
28
my
minutes, 15, something like that.
28. XX, yeah.
Yeah, I had my own timer going too, so.
Cool. For sure.
Okay, real quick, let's verify.
Gotta make sure this is a legitimate speedrun.
That's right. Or otherwise the Twitch cops will take me away.
That is true.
Let's take a look here at the report. So the best way I can describe it is the fourth column on the very right, the second from the top, that big string. There's like a character that looks like a U with like the corner cut out. It's like 2 slashes back to back. Same character. That is wonderful. It'll be a different character if it is not wonderful. In English, it's really easy to tell. In Japanese, it's not so easy to tell. But I will show you if it happens. I think we did everything pretty well, though.
I mean, most of them are going to be wonderful. If there's one that's not like the rest, then it's not wonderful.
Yeah.
So
Then it won't count as a Hundo Wundo run.
that is true. We'll have to restart.
Hey, that's it. All right.
Woo!
Dope.
Nice.
We did it. It was, in fact, wonderful.
Indeed.
Yes.
Can confirm.
Alrighty. Thanks, everyone, for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks for running. You guys were great.
Yeah. Alrighty.
All right. Take care, guys. Thanks again.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.